Welcome back to the episode 6 of the J.A.B Sports Show. You got Alex and Blake.
Woo!
We have some exciting news. We finally hit a NFL bet on Thursday Night Football.
Let's go.
Who knew
Before
it would have
I
been
do
the
it, Blake,
Patriots versus
Blake, Blake,
Jets?
Blake, Blake, Blake,
One of the
Blake, 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 Blake,
like
Blake. Your TV's
what?
loud.
It's not my
What'd you
TV.
say?
One of y'all's TVs is loud.
Oh, wait. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Alright,
probably
so-
better. That's on me.
Who would have thought that our first Thursday Night Football parlay would have hit the Patriots versus Jets?
Yeah.
Trayvon Henderson getting 50 rushing yards. Trayvon Henderson getting a touchdown, actually getting 3, and the Patriots holding out to win money line. Jalen jumping towards that money line a lot more than the spread.
Yeah.
I tried the spread one time. I did.
Did
I
not
succeeded.
work.
I succeeded on the over, not the spread.
Yes. All right, we're getting into that, but we are going to open up with this segment. Usually, we start talking about college football and what the excitement was in this past weekend, what was the string like. But you know what? Since Kentucky played against Michigan State tonight, once again, Big Ten proving the SEC is a freaking joke. Go,
Oh,
Alex. You can. You can
okay.
talk. This is called the Kentucky segment with Alex Ward.
I don't think you heard me when we first started. I'm literally refusing to talk about this.
That game was something.
It was interesting the first half. I have no words for the team. If I really wanted to talk about it, this video will be banned off of YouTube due to foul language. So I'm not talking about it. So
Just get over ranting, man. Come on, give us something clip
no.
worthy here. You know, Riverside. Shout out to Riverside. If y'all ever need a recording, we're not sponsored by Riverside. If y'all ever want a recording, this is the most goated website I've ever came across.
It's
I
so
mean, I think we should. I think we should just endorse it. I think we should get sponsored by them.
Riverside, you are honestly goated for this.
Facts.
All right,
Couldn't have found a better
come on,
website.
Alex, give us a good clip-worthy short. Here. Come on, let
Here,
all
let
the
me-
anchor out, man.
Um, so I'll start off with a little thing I saw on Twitter or X, I guess.
Shout out Elon.
So apparently in the second half we were down 14, and some of the fans next to the bench heard some of the UK players barking at each other. I swear to God, if that's true, I can't talk.
Sorry.
Man, I
Sorry.
can't talk
Barking.
about this. Yes, at each other. Like, I can't talk about this without saying bad words.
All right,
They-
guys, just note to self: if you want to go to school in Kentucky, pick Louisville.
All right, guys.
So that's not true at all. We have a great program. We're the most storied historic program in the history of college basketball, but we're not
Facts.
playing. We're acting like it now. Mark Pope needs to get his crap together. He's acting like he's coaching a bunch of 8-year-olds that can't defend the pick and roll. I talked about this with a couple buddies before.
They don't play big.
Every single year, we can't defend the pick and roll, no matter who's coaching, who's on the floor. I do not understand.
Well, they don't play big.
As the basic defensive scheme for any basketball player, they don't get it ever. For some, I don't know why they don't do it. The double teaming is horrendous. Everything was horrendous. Colin Chandler's good. He can shoot the lights out. Mo Diabate doesn't need to touch the ball on offense. We need Jaden Quaintance and Jalen Lowe. Not giving up, but
Lowe's
not
out for a while.
but not good at all.
Um,
Embarrassing to watch that game and hear the
put-
shit that
to
they're
put-
saying.
Alex's rant to stats. Their leading scorer was Owe with 12. They had 4 people score 10.
Yeah, that's what I say. I
But
know
their leading scorer was 12 points in 31 minutes.
we're deep, but we need someone to score more than 12 points, man. Yeah, and that's all I gotta say because
He was also
spiral from there for me personally. So
he was also 4 for 12 on the night.
Wow.
yeah, well, they're a defensive first rebounding hustle team, so that didn't surprise me. But again, nothing good, else even half decent to say. So
All right. jumping on to our next topic. Now we can get into the college football atmosphere about this. So, talking about this past weekend, we got to see Texas A&M come back from a 30-3 deficit against South Carolina, a 3-6 South Carolina team, who's now 3-7. Texas A&M did hold South Carolina to 0 points in the second half. Now, when you have a Heisman favorite at the start of the season quarterback, you would think that they would be able to at least kick a freaking field goal in the second half. But, that's sad on South Carolina's part. Now, South Carolina's not a good team. We understand that. Now, Texas A&M, they showed grit. They showed grit and determination to come back and win that game. Now, Ohio State embarrassed UCLA. Should Ohio State have beaten UCLA by more? Yes, but that's not Ryan Day's philosophy. I think in the Ryan Day era, they've maybe scored 60 twice. If twice.
Facts.
But they do not beat our teams a lot. Indiana, Fernando Mendoza again against Wisconsin threw for 299 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's just added to the Heisman, but right now I think Julian Sand is still a favorite. I say this every freaking week on the stupid podcast, alright? Is this. Not stupid, but
No, our podcast is great.
The podcast is fantastic.
It's the best.
Like and subscribe. Alright? But anyway, I think every time if it's the Big Ten championship game, if Ohio State cannot lose to Michigan, for the love of God, not lose to Michigan, all right, we will see a Indiana versus Ohio State in a Big Ten championship football game. That's mind-boggling. It's crazy. It's gonna be a great game. Hope it holds up. But again, honestly, top 3 Heisman are for me. I think Ty Simpson drops. I do think that the Texas A&M quarterback jumps up. I forgot his name.
Marcel Reed.
Marcel Reed?
He jumps Ty Simpson. He's now 3rd. Julian Sand 2nd. Fernando Mendoza is 1st for me.
To put it to odds,
Real quick. Fernando Mendoza also broke the all-time Indiana passing record with 30 touchdowns in the season.
Ty Simpson dropped to 9th in the Heisman race.
Because
Yes.
he lost to Oklahoma.
So my 3 are pretty similar to Blake. 1, I still have Mendoza. Mendoza and Sand both haven't jumped off the stat sheet as far as passing yards go, like at a crazy level. They're doing enough, obviously, but none of them are throwing the ball for 1,000 yards a game, like we've seen with some quarterbacks in the past. Obviously, both still really good. They're 1 and 2 for me. But my 3rd one is Jeremiah Love, the running back for Notre Dame. He played another great game. They're a top 10 team. Faced some decent competition in Pitt and beat him pretty good. I think he's the beast. He's the best running back in college football. It would be great to see him.
Yeah. What about you? And then Jalen, what did you say?
Mine's going to be Fernando Mendoza is my number 1 right now, followed by Jalen Sand, and honestly, Marcel Reed should be 3rd, leading that Texas A&M team. They're all kind of right there together, stat-wise. Fernando is 2,600 yards with 30 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Jalen Sand's 2,600 yards, 25 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And then Marcel Reed's at 2,600 yards, 22 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. So at this point, nobody's really blowing anybody out. I think it's going to be who can keep their team in the best success, in the best situation to lead to a national championship title. So I believe any 3 of them can lose a game. Any 3 of them can win a game. So I think it's really who's going to put themselves. What does help out was Marcel Reed. They're going to have to play a tough SEC team, but he's not going to have to play against another Heisman candidate quarterback, which could honestly both help, but also can hurt both Jalen Sand and Fernando Mendoza.
Alabama's ruled out of that SEC championship game. I think it's going to end up being A&M and Georgia.
Yep.
Unless something happens.
So, honestly, I could see Marcel as maybe not this week or next week, but in that championship week when it's technically not supposed to count. But I could definitely see him jumping because everybody says it's not supposed to count, but it's just NBA, NFL, those last divisional weeks, championship weeks of any sport still count. in the minds of the voters.
Yeah, like I said, if it's Julian Sand and Fernando still, then everyone's that big the championship game is going to be favored. Most likely win it. But continuing on to that, let's talk about, since these are our 3 Heisman, I want to get based on these. I don't know, is Marcel Reed, is he able to enter the draft this year, or is he not able to? Is he a sophomore?
Yes, he's a sophomore.
Okay, so let's do Fernando Mendoza. What team could use Fernando Mendoza, Julian Sand, or Jeremiah Love?
Is Sayin a sophomore, like a redshirt sophomore?
I think.
Okay, then
He's
he
an,
should be
he's
eligible.
he's a class of a sophomore.
I think he's a red shirt.
Well, then I think that'd make him eligible if he's a redshirt sophomore.
Yeah, if you're a red shirt sophomore, you're eligible. But
Let's
Um,
see.
The Raiders, I'd say, for any quarterback, I think. I mean, who else, man?
maybe the Steelers, depending on if Aaron Rodgers
Yeah,
comes in
I
or
mean,
not.
yeah, probably the Steelers. Honestly, no matter what,
Probably
um,
the
how
Jets.
they develop them. Yeah, the Jets. Justin Fields is not it. He freaking stinks. Um, and running Jeremiah Love, I think, really anywhere. You've seen
Who
that
really needs a running game? Who really struggling with a
Mhm.
running game?
Bengals up until like the last 2 weeks. Um, but he'd be a good complimentary guy to have in the backfield with another great person, kind of like Gibson Montgomery over in Detroit.
I would love for the Cowboys to draft him. Have him and Javante Williams reside Javante Williams. And we're going to get into talking about the Cowboys in a second, but let's finish that.
Marcel Reed, by the way, is also a redshirt sophomore, so he's eligible too.
Okay, so any of those teams that we said, who are the teams that are going to be looking for a quarterback, honestly, from the NFL? We have the
Raiders, probably
Steelers.
Dolphins. Dolphins is a maybe.
Dolphins is a maybe.
As
Because
a-
Quinn Ewers.
Steelers.
As a franchise, they should probably need another one. But
They
with-
have Quinn Ewers.
with why can't I think of his coach?
McDaniel.
McDaniels. Tua's probably going to be stuck there.
Yeah, but the Raiders, the Jets, maybe the Cardinals,
Steelers.
Steelers, maybe.
Let's see. Who else?
No team.
Um,
No team in the AFC South needs one. Cam Ward will be going to the second year.
Or the North.
Or the AFC North. Well, actually, maybe the Browns.
That I don't. I think they're going with Shadur next year, personally.
Yeah, probably.
he had a rough
Maybe the
start his
Vikings,
first
bro.
game.
J.J. McCarthy looks like Dookie.
Yeah, he had a rough start, man. His house got broken into while he was playing. They stole $200,000 worth of his bling.
Yeah. J.J. McCarthy, like, he made the right reads. He just underthrew every single one of them. His last game, he underthrew every single one of them.
Rose, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you could always throw in competition there. And I know a lot of Vikings fans don't like J.J. McCarthy, but I don't know if you can actually give up on him that quick. His first full season, I understand the call to action from the fans, but I think you got to at least give him a quarterback 2 seasons, unless
Yeah.
he's god awful. I mean, obviously he's been bad, but he hasn't been like the worst quarterback.
He's shown flashes where
Yeah.
he can succeed.
But anyway, let's go into a little bit of betting here, talking about our bets for college football on Saturday, which we will be streaming at what time? Late again, probably.
Yeah,
We'll be doing the late slot, the 7:30 games again, folks. Doing that again. We're gonna do our bets here, our money line bets. We've hit what? How many of these? 2.
We've hit 2, I think.
We've hit deuces of them. We've hit 2.
2 out of 6. Hopefully we're 3 out of 7.
Yeah, let's go. 3 out of 7 here, baby. All right.
let's shoot for it.
I'll start it off. I have.
How did you already
Oklahoma
forget?
beating Missouri. Oklahoma beating Missouri is who I have.
And then I'll go, we have Oregon beating USC.
And then I have Georgia Tech over Pitt.
Yes. All 3 good games. We're going to see how it is. We're going to move on. All right, there. We got that. Now, also, if anybody has any ideas on what we should do on the streams on Saturdays, Should be a little more active, a little more game-like during it. Maybe do, um, drive bets or per se. Like one of us. Whoa.
Whoa, that was loud.
Somebody goes with a punt. So say like if I go say Oklahoma's driving the ball and I say it's going to be a punt. Oklahoma's going to punt the ball, and Jalen says no, they're going to kick a field goal, and Alex says they're going to kick a touchdown.
Kick a touchdown.
Kick a touchdown.
Not kick a touchdown. Get a touchdown is what I meant. Get a touchdown. All right. If they get a touchdown, me and Jalen got to do
A challenge of sorts. Yeah. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, challenge of some sort. If it's a turnover, none of us pick turnover. All three of us got to do that challenge. Right? We can think of something like that. Let's make it a little more entertaining for that. But on college football, I mean, I don't have anything else to really talk about. Last week there weren't that many good games. I mean, you had like Bama versus Oklahoma, but other than that, I don't really think
Texas A&M made it a good game.
Texas A&M did make it a good game. The Cincinnati game that Jalen.
My bad, guys.
Bro, the USC Iowa game was pretty solid, but like that Georgia and Texas game was the hype of the night, and it was a major letdown. Texas did not show up in that at the end of the third, fourth quarter was not there. Ended up getting blown out. But live and learn, you move on, get better. But let's go ahead and flip forward to the NFL real quick. Let's go ahead and I want to, since we didn't really get the Alex segment for Kentucky, let's get the Alex segment for the
Bengals.
Oh God, you hate me.
We love your enthusiasm, Alex. That's why we picked you.
Then we'll do a thing called
Cowboys with Blake.
Let's get Raven about the Ravens. Jalen.
Sure.
I have also another team I have nothing to say to. Zach Taylor needs to be fired. Duke Tobin, our general manager, needs to go. Who else? The owner, I forget his name. He's so god awful. Paul Brown's grandson or son or wherever the heck relation he is. He needs to go. He sucks. Yeah, Mike Brown. The whole team needs to go. Move away and go bury themselves somewhere.
Joe Burrow just come back on Thanksgiving.
No defense. Jamar Chase is spitting at people. Just a complete disaster. I hope we lose every game so we can get the top pick and inevitably ruin it. Because Duke Tobin doesn't know how to draft a single player. He drafted Shamar Stewart like in the teens. I forget where, and he had like 4 sacks.
17th pick, bro. Had 4.5 career sacks in his 4-year career.
Just based on purely off of athleticism. I think he should be. That should be enough for him to get fired. Offense still looks great, man. I mean, the offensive line's actually improving week to week. Chase Brown's getting going. He's had 3 games in a row where he's had over 100 all-purpose yards, where a good majority of those are also rushing yards. We can't tackle. We can't put pressure on the quarterback. We can't cover.
You can't.
We can't make reads.
Did you make an emphasis on that you can't tackle?
Do anything on defense.
Well,
so that's all I can say. Bengals.
There's one play specifically where, why can't I think of the running back? Why can't I think of the running back?
Jalen Warren.
Yep. Tried to hurdle somebody, and he jumped in his face, and they still didn't tackle him right away. He got like another 3 or 4 yards after that, which I thought was funny. But yeah, the Bengals are looking just like they did last year. Hell of an offense. Mediocre.
This offense is even better, and this defense is even worse.
Yeah. It's
I hate this team.
The new defensive coordinator is not turning out the way it should have been. It's looking kind of atrocious.
He has no tools, man. He has like a bunch of 8th graders on that stupid defense.
Well, here's the thing: is like I'm not keen on grabbing a guy that was a defense coordinator out of college and saying, "All right, let's go ahead and throw him in the NFL with already a bottom tier
defense."
was with the Bengals for like 5 years as a linebackers coach. He's been in the NFL before.
Never called the plays. I don't think you can call somebody for new when your offense was so bad last year. I don't think you can. I don't think you can go. I personally don't think you do that. And my opinion is honestly showing reason right now. I mean,
Well, you have no talent on the defense, so that would make any defensive coordinator look bad. But you could obviously scheme it to be a little better. But there's just negative talent on that defense. I've Trey Hendrickson, poor him, man. I wish he got traded to a decent team, not the Cowboys, but a decent team. Um, that's about it. Jordan Battle's having a pretty good season. Geno Stone. Uh, I've I our fifth round pick linebacker that started over Logan Wilson uh, looks like he has a pair of ice skates on, and he has his arms soaped up. He can't move or tackle. He's
I appreciate
dog.
that trade. I love Logan Wilson.
Well, he's not bad, but he's just like he's a good like final little piece to have.
Jalen's frozen.
Me?
No, he's,
I was looking
no,
at
you're
stats. I was looking at stats for the Ravens
all right.
game, which was
Go talk about the better.
atrocious. Um,
All right, let's
if you want to talk about the Ravens, 5-5 Ravens. That game was atrocious for the Ravens. Browns defense shows up like they did every week. What you don't usually hear is that the Ravens don't have an O-line. That's been like their whole thing for the last 3, 4, 5 years, that they have like an amazing O-line to go with their mediocre running backs, but to make them look like superstars. Lamar Jackson had issues, to say the least, with 2 interceptions. He did throw for 193 yards, but that, yeah, 4 fantasy points. He did throw for 193 yards, but that's not typically. It was in very Lamar. It wasn't efficient throws. It wasn't. You're only missing 3, 4, 5 drop balls. It was he missed 9. He had 9 incompletions. Derrick Henry kind of looked like his old self. He had 103 yards for 18 carries. It's probably having to do with Lamar having a little bit more of the ball in his hands rather than having Tyler Huntley at the helm. But the Browns' defense is always good. Myles Garrett, 4 sacks. Rowe could be still considered as a defensive player of the year favorite on just a sorry team. So that's why he doesn't have the record as some of the other teams with other defensive favorites have. But it wasn't anything too interesting. I mean, there was like 3 total touchdowns, maybe 4. But it was a last-second touch, not a last second, but like a final quarter push for the Ravens to beat the Browns. Just kind of sad to say for the Ravens.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The Ravens probably going to end up winning that division with Aaron Rodgers being hurt and them having to go to Mason Rudolph. What?
Are you okay, Blake? Are you hearing this, Alex?
Why is this acting up?
Yeah. Blake, you're frozen.
Oh, man.
What happened?
So I think he's saying the Ravens are going to ultimately win the division. They had to battle. I think they battle out Pittsburgh one more time, but I think
it'll be close.
Pittsburgh leading record with 6-4, 6 wins, 4 losses, while the Ravens are right there on their tail at 5-5.
And they got the Bengals twice. Good for them.
Yeah, I think it's the Ravens to win, but the Steelers to lose. I don't think the Ravens. I mean, because I think they still got to play the Ravens one more time. But I don't think the Steelers have that much of a schedule left, like that hard of a schedule, other than probably the Ravens themselves. Let's see their schedule. So the Ravens actually play the Steelers twice still, and the Bengals twice. And then they play the New York Jets, New England, and Green Bay. While the Steelers play, what's their schedule looking like? So they'll have the Ravens twice, Chicago, Buffalo, Miami, and Detroit. So, and they still play Cleveland one more time as well. So it's really looking like the Ravens could honestly come away with this division because that's not an easy schedule for the Steelers, especially with Aaron Rodgers hurt.
Okay.
And I don't think the Bengals have any easier of a schedule coming through.
No.
Yeah.
With
No.
New England, Ravens. Yeah, now we can. Somewhat.
Yeah.
But
All right, cool.
talk about a schedule. New England, Ravens, Buffalo, Ravens again. That is who the Bengals play the next 4 weeks.
Yep. I'm aware, man. I know.
Hey, Blake, that picture looks great that you just had on there for a second. You was like in the middle of yawn. You was like in the middle of yawning.
All right. Anyway, moving on, we are going to talk about the Cowboys for a little bit here because I want to.
Go ahead. We talked about our teams. You want to talk about your Cowgirls?
Unfortunately.
All right, for Marshawn Nealon, baby. We won last night by 17, 33-16. We should have scored more in the fourth quarter. George Pickens and Ceedee Lamb are the best wide receiver duo in the NFL. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We get Keenan Williams.
3. There's an and but about it. But go ahead.
An F.
No, there's not. Who?
Yes, there is. And a but. Jamarr Higgins.
Nope.
I
Yep.
think and unanimously.
CeeDee Lamb's
that is,
shell himself, man. George Pickens is is receiver 1 on that team so far this year.
Well, freaking Ceedee Lamb was hurt for 4 games.
And he's not putting up T. Higgins or Jamar Chase numbers.
You want to bet, bro? You want to bet? Ooh! You start an argument, you ain't winning, son.
There's
he
not the
put
best
up-
2 in the game.
this past week, he put up 5 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown. That's what he had last week. See, week by
What?
week. Last week, not last week, yesterday. 5 catches, 66 yards.
Yep.
The week before that, 7 catches, 85 yards, and a loss.
Yep.
No touchdown. Week before that, 7 catches, 74 yards, 0 touchdowns. Against the Commanders, 5 catches, 110 yards, 1 touchdown. That was, the week previous. And then he missed 4 weeks. And the very first game, he got hurt in one of the first few drives, I'm pretty sure.
Those are good stats. Really.
Played against the Eagles, had 7 receptions, 110 receiving yards. Played against the Giants, had 9 catches, had 112 receiving yards. Bada bing.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that he did have. He played it, yeah. Those first 2 games, he averaged 111 yards on 8 catches. Average. No touchdowns, though.
He has 557 receiving yards, missing 4 games. That's a lot of games for receivers. That's a lot of yards, especially for a number 1 receiver. All right? He has... I don't understand the touchdowns, but they double-team him for some reason. They don't double George, which is crazy, but all right. And then George Pickens, for example, is the second leading receiver in yards this year, only behind JSN.
That's because George Pickens is receiver 1 of 1 on that team when Ceedee was hurt.
Yes.
If you're gonna say Ceedee, there's no way in stats you're gonna say Ceedee's better than Jamarr this season at all. You can't say that.
No, it's not even close.
He has 800.
Now, George Pickens, yeah.
I'm gonna say George Pickens is playing better than Jamar consistently wise.
Maybe. I think you can maybe say that,
But
but
I am gonna say CD's playing better than T.
Now, would you say? Hold on. But with that being said, would you say Dak is better than Joe Flacco and Jake Browning?
obviously Jake Browning. Flacco, I don't know, man. Uh, Again, I don't have the stats up in front of me. I'd be interested to see him the
Yeah,
past few
Joe
weeks.
Flacco's stats are crazy. When T
Yeah,
Because of
Higgins'
what?
stats, please.
we're not
Oh
comparing
my
teams.
god, bro!
Obviously, the
CeeDee
Cowboys
Lamb,
are, but
CeeDee Lamb has played in 4 less games than T Higgins, and T Higgins has 5 less catches and has less receiving yards than CD.
How many
Has more
targets
more
does
touch.
touchdowns.
both of those people? How many targets does CD have?
Let me see. 64 targets for T Higgins. 61 targets for CD Lamb.
And then how many targets does George Pickens have?
There we go. 1 sec. If I go here, I'll do. Let me do George Pickens. I'll do Jamar. Because I know Jamar.
Well, Jamar has like 117. Jamar has like 117.
Yeah. 83 targets for George Pickens.
All right, now
He has 58 receptions, 908 yards, 7 touchdowns.
the only thing I have to say is, who has the third most targets on the Cowboys?
Jamar Chase stats.
On the
1 sec.
on the
I think
Cowboys, like who has the third most
Probably
targets?
Jake Ferguson. It'll be Jake Ferguson.
Fergie.
At how many?
1 second. Let me look at. I want to see. Let me look here. Targets 117 for Jamar Chase.
Yes, I have the whole Bengals roster pulled up for target. Like
He has
everything
21 more
stats.
receptions. He's first in receptions. Jamar is. He has more targets than George. He has 21 more catches than George does, but he also has 30 more targets. All right, let me look up.
The only reason
stats.
why I asked that on stats wise is how many more targets is CD and George Pickens getting more than their next closest receiver?
Okay, let's look here. Actually, not. Jake Ferguson actually leads the team in receptions.
Does he? Not receptions. I'm talking
Jake
about targets.
Ferguson has 71 targets. Jake Ferguson has 10 more targets than CeeDee Lamb does, and only 12 less than George Pickens. And Jake Ferguson actually, I think he's missed the game. No, he hasn't. I don't think he's missed the game, actually.
You said he has
And
71.
He has 400
targets?
yards. He has 70. He has. Hold on. He has 71 targets. That is 10 more targets than CeeDee Lamb.
All right. And then what's their third? Like what would be their wide receiver 3 or tight end 2? I'm guessing. Or honestly, their running back might
It would
be.
be CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb's technically. CeeDee Lamb's technically the wide receiver.
So I mean, like underneath their first 2 wide receivers. Like who's their fourth guy? Their fourth guy.
Turpin.
At how many targets?
He's been hurt a lot. It's probably Flanor.
Like, you know, the easy way of doing this is
Let me
going
look
to
here.
like ESPN and clicking on your team and just going to a full box score.
I mean, he has 17 receptions. Probably is going to be Turpin. Turpin has 16 receptions. Tolbert has 14 receptions. So yeah, it's Ryan Flanoy with 17 receptions. So we really only have freaking like 3 threats.
Well, that's kind of what I was saying is you're a 3-headed team who's majorating all of the targets compared to the
Okay.
Bengals who have 5 people over 30 targets a game. I mean, not a game, but like in their
Game.
season. The Not a game.
Okay.
I didn't
That's
mean a
what-
game.
Flanoy has
Point
25.
right at that
Or, sorry, this is Jalen Tolbert has 25 targets. Ryan Flanoy
Your fourth
has,
targeted. By the way, your fourth target
Ryan Flanoy has
is
25
Javonte
targets.
Williams. Blake, your next target
Yep,
after
then-
Ceedee and George Pickens is Williams. And then you have 25, 25, 24 after that.
Yep.
The Bengals had
I
Lamar
don't
at
wanna
like
hear it.
117.
Chase Brown's a receiving threat. T. Higgins is a receiving threat. Jamar Chase is a receiving threat.
They all have they all have over 30 targets. They all
Yeah, because
and
you all are losing. You all are losing all the
and-
freaking the whole
and-
game.
No, that's our offense. That's how our offense works.
Yeah,
That's how the Bengals play football.
So Chase Brown has 53
half the
targets.
30.
Ilya Voss has 35. Noah Fant has 34. Yoshi has 34.
Yeah, and he also Yoshi had like freaking 6 drops this year.
So with just their third string wide receiver and their tight end already has more than the rest of 5 players on your team. So they're dominating that ball. Like that ball is getting spread around at the Bengals a little bit more evenly
Spread
than it is
around.
during.
Jamar Chase has 117 targets himself.
That's because he got 17. He got probably like 25 targets against the Steelers the first time they played.
You can't say that. You can't be like spreading around when almost every time it's getting thrown to either Chase Brown, T. Higgins, or Jamar.
That's because Jamar and T. Higgins demand the ball more because they're better caliber receivers.
You're literally going against your own statement saying that we can throw the ball around. The Bengals have to throw the ball more because they've been out of more games than the Cowboys have.
They throw the ball more because that's their offense. That's their strength.
That's complete offense.
Just throwing the ball over the middle of the field and downfield. Saying what you said about that how it's not fair for the targets or whatever you said is also not true because it doesn't matter. Like we have 3 other people 3 targets on the season or 4 other people having we spread the ball around plenty.
Yes,
it doesn't matter that Jamar.
What I'm saying when they spread the ball around, that means Yoshi
4 other people more than 30 or 40 targets on the year. That's the definition of spreading the ball around.
So if the
it
Bengals
just happens
don't
the
give,
best.
we'll say if the Bengals lessen,
Kevontae Turpin's been hurt. He was our 3rd receiver of the year. He's been hurt. Tolbert's been hurt. And then Flanoy had to step in. So we've been rotating the 3rd guy constantly.
All right, that doesn't matter. That
receiver?
doesn't matter. Say Yoshi, Noah, and Chase all had the same amount of targets as your 3rd, 4th, and 5th person getting targeted on your team. So they all drop. Chase Brown drops by 20. Yoshi and Noah drop by 10.
Okay.
That's 40 extra targets to Jamar
the
Chase and T. Higgins.
Yes. What I'm saying is that my 2 receivers top those 2 receivers right now. I'm saying George Pickens and Ceedee Lamb.
Not a chance.
Is topping Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Not a chance. I don't think there's anybody in the league and anywhere would agree that Ceedee Lamb and George Pickens is going to be better than Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Dude, it was 2 years ago.
They also have
Ceedee Lamb had 1,800 receiving yards. And had
2 years ago.
2 years ago
doesn't matter.
2 years ago,
Jamar
Chase was the Triple Crown.
Jamar Chase won the Triple Crown last year.
But that's
That's
years ago. Sorry, then Cooper Kupp did. Cooper Kupp, for example, 4 years ago when he won the Triple Crown.
You're not helping yourself.
You're burying yourself.
This
years ago didn't matter.
Point.
Alex, you said years ago didn't matter. So I'm just saying that last year.
Yeah, we're saying even this season. How many touchdowns does those teams have?
This season.
Yeah, this season.
If we're bringing in the 2 years, it's not even close. Higgins and Chase are better for bringing in the past 2 or 3 years. They're not even on the same page in a book.
But even this year,
No, duh. T.
T.
Higgins and
Higgins
Jamarr
and
played with each other. This is the first year George Pickens. This is honestly since we got rid of Amari Cooper that CeeDee Lamb has had another decent receiver. He's gone 3.
I'm not
years,
saying they're not a great
4
duo,
years without a good
but they're
receiver.
not better than
Yeah.
Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. I would say they're two in the league. I would say they're number 2 in the league.
ESPN
duo.
analysts say you two are wrong.
Well, they're not all right. So
So, which analyst
You had-
said we were wrong?
you had an NBA ESPN analyst say he chose Andre Iguodala and Ben Simmons over Steph
He was a
Curry.
boxing.
So,
Yes, to
He was a
save-
boxing guy,
to
but
s-
those
so
guys- those aren't
ESPN,
they're not
that doesn't mean
anymore.
anything. That doesn't exactly. That doesn't matter. They got fired because of their horrible takes.
Actually, I don't think that one guy that said Ben Simmons.
That's like saying,
I don't think
that's
he was
like,
ever-
no, if we're going to go about ESPN analysts, we're going to say Stephen A. Smith would choose Andre Iguodala over Curry and Klay Thompson
That
for
was
a
not
last
Stephen
second
A.
shot.
Smith
It's
that said-
crazy.
Max Kellerman. It was Max Kellerman.
No, Max Kellerman, sorry. They were, at the same time, they were talking to each other. Like, it was on the same show.
He should have never even been
But
talking
yeah,
about any other
that's
sport
like
than
saying
boxing.
them choosing Andre Iguodala over Curry.
Yeah, that
or
is not
Klay
like
Thompson.
choosing George Pickens.
Yeah,
CeeDee
no one
Lamb
talks
is not
in their-
like choosing freaking. It's not like picking Andre.
No, we're talking about
I
your
didn't say-
analyst pick. No, we're talking about
What you said about
using
analyst.
like using an ESPN
obvious.
analyst. I'm not saying
Obviously, that's not true.
No.
Anyway,
Hate me if I ever
Quinn
say that,
Williams-
please.
Yeah, Quinn and Williams look great. Demarion Overshown being
Yep.
back, and our corners being back, and our safeties being back. We actually finally looked. The defense looked a lot better than what it was. Honestly, it couldn't have got much worse. There was only one way to go, and it was up. So, talking about that though. All right, let's jump into Thursday night football parlay here. Let's talk about our parlay. Betting wise,
Bills
player props
versus
guy,
who
we're
did I
gonna
say?
go
The
with
Bucks? Nope, not the Bucks.
Bills versus Texans. Now the Texans are without C.J. Stroud
There it
again,
is.
so that defense is going to be going up. But I do think Josh Allen is going to have to throw that rock. So I am going to take Josh Allen to throw for 210 passing yards.
For my touchdown, I am picking James Cook to scamper in for one.
And I'm gonna just take the Bills money line. I would take the over, but I don't know what the over is. But so we're just gonna take the Bills money line.
All right, so that's our Thursday night parlay. Now we are going to jump into college basketball real quick, getting a little more into it. All right. Now most teams only play 4 or 5 games, so this is gonna be a little short little thing again. Does anybody think about who's like the NCAA champion favorite as right now? If we could go based off of our top of our head, like what are the top 5 teams you could see winning the national championship right now?
Right now,
Just to be a
oh,
little more
man.
Let's be generous. I say Duke.
Duke looks
UConn,
great.
Duke, UConn,
Yep.
Houston.
Yep.
I would say.
Honestly, I would put Purdue there because the way they play basketball,
Purdue.
even though it might not work in pro, but they play really great college
And
basketball.
then Arizona is probably my 5th.
I would go Purdue and then Arizona. Arizona's been shocking me. They've beaten some teams I don't think they should have beat.
Mine's the exact same. I think Kentucky
Honestly.
might creep their way back up there, but definitely not right now. It's not looking anywhere near that.
We'll see
so-
what.
Louisville might
Honestly,
be in that
we'll.
conversation.
Louisville might be in that conversation. Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah,
Louisville
let's
might
just
be
go-
in that conversation. We'll
Let's
just
see
gotta.
who the next few games go. They play Cincinnati soon, I think.
Friday.
Their next few games, so they play after. Once we get into December is when they really start playing some decent teams. They'll play Arkansas. We'll see what Indiana has in favor this season. New coach, whole new team. Pretty much a whole new
They were
program
like
at that
dogs,
point.
bro. They did not do well against Incarnate World, but still got the dub, still undefeated. I think they were ranked top 25 in the coaches poll.
Who, Indiana?
Yeah. In the coaches poll. So that's not the real poll, I don't
Yeah.
think, but
No.
yeah. So they might be finding their way in the top 25 here soon. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about Indiana basketball for a little bit until they prove to me because I was watching Mike Woodson for a few years, watching him just play. Let's play big man basketball, and then you can't play big
Didn't
man basketball anymore in this day and age. So it's nice to actually see Indiana team that can actually shoot threes. But talking about that, I don't really have anything else to talk about college basketball. Anybody else, real quick, or can we hop to the NBA?
we can hop to the NBA.
All right, before we go,
I don't really have much.
Before we go into Jalen's NBA segment here of on his own, all right, we got. I want to talk about this again. Let's talk about early awards real quick. Let's talk about MVP.
Oh,
Rookie of the
man,
year.
we can get into that.
Defensive Player of the Year, and Sixth Man of the Year, and Most Improved Player of the Year. All right. So let's go ahead and go. We'll say the MVP for last. Let's go Most Improved Player. Let's go down the line. Alex, you first.
Most
No, Reed Shepard. Don't really know.
I got a few. So you can have Reed. Man.
Who's your favorite? Like, if that season ended right now, who would win?
I would go Reed, but I gotta say, Washington's sophomore, Alexander Sarr, he's having a phenomenal year this year. He's had a few up and down games, but as a whole, his game has grew, I would say. So, I mean, I can see him. They don't have a record to prove it, but I think they have a little. Honestly, I think they're better suited than what people think. I think they're going to have a team not necessarily built to win now, but they definitely have the right veterans to train their young people to be able to win in the future.
Yeah, I picked Reed because it's like last year he did get sent to the G League, proved that he does not belong in the G League after 3 games, averaging some crazy stats. And then getting like 5 minutes here and there last year, and then this year he's that surgeon off the bench right now, and he's also in my top for Sixth Man of the Year, honestly. Top 5 as right now in Sixth Man of the Year, because I mean he's going in there. He did have a career high in rebounds. He don't have a 7, but he's also getting steals. He's averaging over 2 steals a game in the last like 5 games or something like that. Shooting at a very good clip from the 3, knock on wood, that keeps up for the kid. I really do. It's really nice to see a kid from, Kentucky, homegrown Kentucky kid that is just doing very well. So I would take him as the most improved. Sixth Man of the Year, let's jump into that.
I can see it.
Before we go to Defensive Player of the Year.
Well, I'm going to get all the
I'm
odds.
going to say Wemby because he averages like 3 or 4 blocks a game. The way he just changes the way you attack the rim or how you have to shoot over him. Wemby's my Defensive Player of the Year as right now.
Yeah, him or Mobley for me.
Hip.
Yeah, that'd probably be my 2.
Wemby?
My 2 is probably Wemby if he stays healthy. Being 7'4" is not easy playing in this league. So he does have like a little minor injury now. So praying he gets better. But my second, my second would be Chet. He's kind of like their defensive anchor, which allows their up pressure guards to be able to play so well of defense because they can. They have 2 great big men that can let guards blow by and they be shot blockers. So Chet's my next as number 2.
Now let's jump into Sixth Man. Sixth Man for me, I honestly, for Sixth Man, I think we should all give out a top 3 for this because there's a wide variety of what you're going to get. I do think Reed is in that top 3 for me as right now.
Facts.
I would also go towards, what's his name?
What team?
Hold on, I'm drawing a blank right now.
What team?
Continue. You 3 go. You 2 go. I'll do this.
My 6th man would probably be Reed. He's shown that he can be a starter, not necessarily fit for the Rockets as a starter, but he can be a starter caliber player on a team that needs help at a guard, a shooting guard, like not necessarily a shooting guard, but a shooting point guard position.
Honestly, I'm just gonna stick with Reed. I'm just gonna say Reed is right now because that's the only person that is really like standing out to me right now. That's like
I gotta
really
pull it up.
surging off the bench right now, and just being like, all right, bam, you're good. We don't really drop off on offensively. Defensively, they might drop a little bit with Reed out, but if he gets the steals, it makes up for it.
So I think Jaime Hawkins is going to win Sixth Man of the Year. I think Reed.
That's who
another
it
one.
was. That's who it was.
But Jaime Hawkins is playing really good this year. He's my vote. But Reed's still doing great. But Jaime's playing really, really good.
Yeah, Jaime, he's really good. Love watching him play. Is Peyton Pritchard still coming off the bench for the Celtics? Yeah.
Bro, who knows what the Celtics are doing?
Yeah, I think because they have Simons and Brown.
Yeah.
I think Simons is coming off the bench. Because I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
then one of them has to
Oh, yeah,
start.
he is. He might win Sixth Man of the Year.
Bro's
One
a
of them has
dog.
to start. Pritchard.
Yeah.
I think they're starting Pritchard
now,
and
MVP.
Simons is coming.
Mine's Luka.
Ooh.
Luka as well.
Mine is Luka. That was my start at the beginning of the season. I'm gonna stick with it right now because the Lakers look so good with Luka.
Yeah,
Might as
mine's
well.
too. Wemby and Luka in the beginning of the season. I'm Luka.
We're gonna see tonight. Alex's glorious king, first game in the NBA this
And right now,
season is tonight.
I'm watching them.
We're gonna see how they gel together. Two very ball dominant people. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. My favorite is probably. He didn't get voted last year because of voters fatigue. Jokic, he's still leading that Nuggets offense and defense, honestly, like he has the last 3-4 seasons. So my favorite right now is Jokic. You don't really hear about him because you don't hear about the Denver Nuggets because they're Colorado, not a big team. But yeah, that's my pick, is Jokic.
It's a very exciting NBA season to behold. Don't really watch a whole lot of it though. That's why Jalen's more of our NBA guy. I don't really watch a whole lot of it until playoffs. But we have an exciting. Sad to see that college football will be ending in 2 weeks for the regular season. But then we start getting the bowl games, start getting the college football playoff. That's exciting. That will be ending in the beginning of January or whatever. Oh no, it's like the. Or does
What?
it goes on now further, doesn't it? It goes
College football?
Yeah, it goes like into the end of January.
Yeah, because they added an extra week for the playoffs,
Yeah.
like an extra 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah. Now, and then the NFL, we're heading into Week 12. It's so hard to believe that we're heading into Week 12 of the NFL season. So hard to believe that we're already there. Citing 7 more weeks, Week 12, Week 13, Week 14, Week 15, 16, 17, 18. Got some teams pushing for playoff spots. Got some teams making quarterback changes this late into the year. Gonna definitely see some big blow-ups in the offseason, but excited to see what the rest of the NFL. Does anybody have any predictions for Super Bowl?
Bengals.
Wow.
Realistic.
I'm going.
It's hard. I mean,
Man. I'm.
AFC's hard because you have 4 teams that tied the tied record.
Dude, the NFC is hard as well.
Yeah.
Who's leading the NFC right now?
The
Bucks?
Rams.
I'm at the Rams.
The
Rams, the Eagles.
Well, the Rams just beat the Seahawks, but the Seahawks are up there. I'm picking the Rams, honestly. Probably not a very popular pick,
The
but
Rams as right now. I do think how impressive it is that the Seahawks, that Sam Darnold played terrible, and they still could have won that game.
he threw 4 of them bad boys, man. He's out of MVP contention.
As
Facts.
of right now.
4 of them bad. He would need to have a season, end of the season.
My pick would probably either be, honestly, we're gonna pick an underdog just because I just want to see an underdog win one time. If they can contend they have a very tough schedule these last few weeks. The Patriots, If they can not necessarily win
They
out,
have an easy schedule, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They have the
they
Bengals.
play. They also play the Ravens. I'm pretty sure they play the Browns. Not necessarily saying that the Browns are
They play the Bills again.
bad. They do play the Bills again. So they play. If they can win, what is there? 5 weeks left. We just had week 11.
7.
I'm at 7. Have they had their bye yet? Do you know
No, week 14.
for the Patriots?
Yeah, what a great time to have it.
So, if they can win at least 4 of their last 6, I would say they're going to be in a driver's seat to outdo the Colts, the Bills, all them, to lead the
Maybe
AFC.
the Patriots versus the Rams in the Super Bowl, baby.
That'd be, honestly, I would love to see that. You have a freaking very young Patriots team versus an not necessarily old, but a very content,
Really old.
smash mouth football Rams. And maybe Devontae Adams finally gets his ring. That'd be huge. I would love to see that. Devontae Adams finally get a ring when he couldn't get it one with Aaron
Dude, what about
Rodgers.
him getting 7 fantasy points with 1 catch, 1 yard?
That's crazy. I mean, I thought he was going to have a blow-up game, too. Because he scored on the very first drive, and I was like, oh, man, it's going to be a good game. And he had 1 catch. But, I mean, as long as he's getting his touchdowns, I don't think he cares.
No, as long as they're winning and getting in the end zone every now and again. That's all
And
that's all I care about.
Stafford's also
I
not
don't know about you
a
all, but
quarterback.
I'm looking forward for the Cowboys versus Eagles game. We all know how the first week went and how that was actually a good game. I'm excited to see how this game goes.
Yeah, let's see if Jalen Carter can actually stay in the game. Ooh, Alex, I wanted to ask you about that. Now that I think about that, what do you think of the scuffle in the fourth quarter between Jamar Chase and Jalen Ramsey and
He's appealing
the aftermath?
suspension.
He's appealing it. It
Bro,
certainly looks like
that
he
evidence, he got
it
caught
certainly
in
looks like
8K.
I don't know why he's denying it. He's already fined more than $500,000. I don't know. Jalen Ramsey, back in the day, AJ Green on the Bengals played the Jacksonville Jaguars, and AJ Green was so fed up with Jalen Ramsey, he sucker punched him in the head and like threw him over his shoulder. So that's just who Jalen Ramsey is. He's an instigator.
I mean, if you really think about it, that's the whole thing you want to do in an NFL and a football game. You want to be that kind of player.
Yeah,
not necessarily
I'm
saying
not
you have to throw.
Well,
Not necessarily you have to throw the
stupid.
hands, but you're the whole point of being a defensive player is you're already a step behind. You want to get in the offensive head.
But as
you can't do what you want.
as a person on offense, though, I mean, it's hard to do, I guess, if you're competitive and whatnot. But you gotta ignore them. The more you ignore them,
The more you get on
mistakes-
the defense's head.
Yeah, and you just gotta ignore him. Be the bigger person, man. Jalen Ramsey has shown how small of a person he is. He does this every week to everybody. So you just gotta be the more mature person.
All right, last thing I want to talk about real quick. The Falcons. Michael Penix Jr. is on injured reserved, so we get to see good old Kirko.
Go, baby. Perk Cousins is back.
Kirk
When
Cousins.
maybe a Drake London, maybe I don't.
Nah,
He's on
Drake
a
London
questionable.
forced PCL or something.
I thought he only strained it. I thought they lowered it to a strain.
Might be strange. Not really sure. Not really sure about that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they got it right with Cousins. I mean, it'd have to be a free agent coming off the couch.
All right, I got a question for you. This is the last thing. This is the last question. Do the Browns trade Myles Garrett in the offseason? Now, I understand their defense is very good, but defense is what wins you a championship. But if your offense can't even get you to the playoffs, how are you supposed to win a championship? So do you trade him? You can get a boatload of things for Myles Garrett. You can literally get a boatload, bro. Like a yacht full of picks, players, whatever you probably want, you could probably get for Myles Garrett. Imagine, who has the cap space right now? Imagine the Patriots, bro, whose literally whole defensive line is almost late round draft picks or free agents, or guys that have been cut from previous teams. Imagine the Patriots who have the cap space traded for Myles Garrett.
But the issue is, the Patriots don't have the names, the talent to trade for Garrett.
Draft picks.
It had to be all of them.
It quite literally had to be all of them because you don't have a player that you could send of that caliber to make up for any picks. But the thing is, I think the Patriots need their picks to grow as a team. Like the thing is with the Patriots is they're probably the most well balanced team of throwing and running in the NFL, maybe other than the Rams, because
maybe.
Drake May gives it to all his wide receivers, all his tight ends, all of his running backs gets touches. They just beat you by not being able to focus in on one player. Like you focus in on one player too much, he's going to give it to another one who has less of a target on his back, and they're going to score on you.
So, all right. Last thing, I've said that 3 times already, but last thing we forgot to do our money line NFL bet. So I have the Colts beating the Chiefs.
I had. Who did I have? Give me 1 second.
Alex, you had.
Oh, I had the Lions over the Giants.
Yeah, Lions over the Giants.
I had the Steelers over the Bears.
Chicago.
There you go, guys. All right, thank you all for joining for episode 6 of J.A.B. Sports Show.
Damn, we missed
don't
NBA,
forget to like
bro.
and subscribe. Join us on the stream on Twitch on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time as we get ready to watch some college football late into the night. Again, there's later games, all right? If you like and subscribe, don't forget to share, comment, other things. Send this to your grandma, your great-grandma, your great aunt, your great uncle, family reunion. Show it to everybody.
Show it to
For
your
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Show it to them.
All right. Now, next week, we have a Thanksgiving episode. Yay! All right.
Talk about some football, man.
Yeah, football.
Thanksgiving.
Bring your footballs, bring your turkeys, bring your pilgrims.
Yep, let's go. All right. Now, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and peace.
Adios.